All right, so those three are the key areas you found that led to this chaos, and we'll delve into each later. But let me come to you, Luther, because your game as well, AFC, against, it was Sofapaka.
Sofapaka, right.
What happened in that particular instance?
Now, as Omar has rightly put it, security is an issue. Now, Sofapaka versus AFC Leopards was an FKF organized tournament. And security in this case was in the hands of FKF. So I will throw the ball back to Omar. They are leaving this issue of security to clubs. And clubs don't have the capacity of having adequate security.
So what happened first in that particular game, Sofapaka AFC?
In this match, immediately after the second goal that Sofapaka made it to 2-0, they were fracas because FC Leopards, we've had a bad year this year. And this was our only redemption that maybe we could...
You were desperate.
We were desperate for a win. And actually the second goal was the last nail in the coffin. So fans reacted.
So you admit, huh?
No, I admit, fans reacted. And it wasn't bad because to me in the stadium, the policemen would not have gone to that level. They threw tear gas, and this is something that they could easily contain. It wasn't as much as I have seen elsewhere. I don't want to mention this, but then it wasn't as much as I've seen elsewhere.
Well, so mention what? Tell us. We are talking about hooligans.
He doesn't want to mention Gor Mahia.
No, mention Gor Mahia. The fan is here, represented by the Honorable Member of Parliament.
Of course, I don't want to compare it with last weekend when Gor Mahia was in Machakos.
So yours was better. Your estimates, not as bad.
It was a lesser evil. So to me, as Omar is saying, they've left security issues to the clubs. Clubs don't have the capacity. They don't at all. They let clubs, as in a request for security from policemen. These policemen will tell you, yeah, we are bringing in 30 cops. Yes, they are paid, but this is extra duty they are doing. How much are you giving them? So clubs, because of their capacity, they end up maybe having 3 or 5 policemen who are not adequate. Then these policemen who come into the stadiums, they actually don't know about football. Most of them, they come to watch soccer, maybe for the first or second time.
So then they're coming as fans.
They're coming as fans. The first thing they will know, they'll be ordered to do is to throw tear gas at the slight provocation. Maybe some fan is fighting with another fan. That is something that can be contained. They told us, FKF themselves again, that most of the stadiums, I talk about Nyayo and Kasarani, have been installed with CCTV cameras. I have never heard of them maybe apprehending any culprits. There are 1 or 2, 3 people who can be apprehended, but then they've never done that. And this is something they can really do it.
So let's focus a bit on this security issue. And you alluded to this in your earlier statement, saying that perhaps you feel the measures being taken by the security in these matches, security officers, is too drastic. So then how would you have it? Because it brings at first the element that FKF should not leave security to the clubs. Do you agree?
I think the security should be the job of FKF and the Kenya Premier League and the sponsors of the tournament, because our clubs don't have the capacity right now. If you look at a club like Gor Mahia, this year has been a very interesting year. They lost the sponsor Tuzo last year, and so it's been a year that's been a community club, people donating by M-Pesa and things like that to keep the club going, trying to keep up the pace of people. So I think, we're struggling to even have a professional team, because our teams that are left are semi-professional, the best ones. The others, they're teams who can't even pay. If you look at, you say you'll ban Gor Mahia, as has been said, from playing in stadiums or playing with a crowd watching the game, so they'll play in empty stadium. You find that the sport is just going to cripple, because when Gor Mahia fans don't come, Muhoroni won't make money. But when the Moroni FC plays Gor Mahia in Kisumu and the stadium is full, the earnings are split and Muhoroni makes money. But if they play Gor Mahia and nobody comes to the stadium, they're at a loss. They cannot even afford the fare to bring their team to play in Nairobi.